Sorry for the road noise. I'm out at Crazy Horse right now. They've made some progress. They've started working on the hand right there a lot more. I was here 6 months ago. Look at the detail in the hand, and you can tell that's fresh, freshly done. And there's the face. Wow, that's amazing. They say it won't be done in our lifetime. This is the state park and lodge in Custer. This is what it looks like now. I'm not sure the exact date of this picture, but check this one out. Look at the old cars up front. They called this the summer White House. And there's a picture of the president standing out there. Thought that was pretty neat. Look at that buffalo. That is huge. Look at it next to that building. Bearded Buffalo Resort. It's brand new. We're at a soldier fort. I think it's a recreation. Well, we're up here at the fort. Could you imagine building this? Because it was a group of prospectors that came here and built this illegally. And they were just surrounded. This whole area was surrounded by Indians. You know, they weren't supposed to be here. I can't imagine being in here and living like that, all to try to find gold. History Hunters also did another video on this as well. There's Faith in there. What do you think, Faith? Would you live here? These are the historic cabins, the other side of recreations. Look at that. Split trees for a roof. That one had caved in partially. This one over here, it says historic cabins, so this one has just completely collapsed. But they did a good job at the recreation. You see how they did the trees, flipped them on top of the other ones to keep the water out. It's a really good idea.
This is mortar, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. This is inside. It's sealed pretty tight. You know, I bet it would be very warm in here. You know, I bet they would have kept it pretty warm. Thought I'd show y'all Dino. Is he missing an eye? There we go. Yeah, he's really deteriorated a lot. I don't know how much longer he's going to make it up there. It's kind of a local landmark. Look at that building there. Found an old picture of this one. Found an old picture. This is the best I can line it up. You can't really stand in the middle of the street right now. But if you look close, you can see it's really easy to point out this building. It was built in 1912. This porch wasn't on there then, it was just an awning. Yeah, that's neat. These are the same buildings. Fun starts here. Just wish it wasn't so cold. We're getting ready to climb up. This is a Sunrise Point in Custer. Running out of daylight with the weather. A lot of the stuff we had planned we're not able to do, but we're making the best of it. We're going to go up to the old Custer Sign and see if we can see out over the town. Hopefully it'll be clear enough. Well, we made it up a pretty vigorous little path, each step up. They did have some steps, but they're at least a foot or so, maybe more per step. Probably 1.5 feet. So we're gonna go up to the overlook up here and then work our way around. Well, we made it up here. A little out of breath. This is October 26, 2023. And this is what it looked like at this pretty well exact point in 1895. So 1895, 2023. I wish it wasn't so hazy, but that's looking down over the town of Custer. I just love playing with the zoom on this camera. All right, that's definitely the same. Let's go see if we can see the sign. Very slick, got to be very careful.
Oh yeah.
Well, the building that I recorded earlier and was showing you the old picture of is right there. I'm up on the mountain now, and look what we made it to.
1945.
So tell me about it.
This Custer sign was put up in 1945 by Custer Women's Civic Club. During Christmas time, one might also notice the star that lights up at night. So there's a star that lights up.
Well, that's neat. So this sign's been here since 1945.
Yep.
I think it's in pretty good shape. It's probably been reinforced and stuff, you know, over the years. That's neat. So if you're ever in Custer and you look up and you see this sign, you know a little bit about it. And this was on top of the rock up here. I'm not really sure what it's for. It says 1999 on it. There's way out in the distance that way. Look at that, that's neat. I've never noticed that before. All the exploring we've been doing, I haven't seen that yet. We just climbed down off the mountain. Oh, he was looking at me, but there he is. That's a nice sized buck. There we go. There's a doe right there. She spotted us.
It's pretty.
Yep. Just outside of Rapid City, they have these arches. There's Jeremy standing under there. That way you can see exactly how tall they are. A lot of people pass these and don't realize what they are. They built a bridge down close to Keystone, and they wanted the bridge to be completely made out of wood. That way it blended into the surroundings. So they have laminated beams made and shipped in. And they loaded the truck. The way they loaded the trailer, it was the wrong way. It was extremely top heavy, and the truck flipped over right at the construction site, and these were damaged. Couldn't really tell they were damaged, but the highway department rejected them, and they had to make new ones. But they brought these up here and set them up. Well, here's the bridge that I was talking about on the way to Mount Rushmore. And when they were carrying the first load of these arches in, they flipped the trailer over. They had to remake all of them. You know that was expensive. We drove through here earlier this morning, and you couldn't even see the mountain at all. It was just complete cloud cover. There it is. They have a sculpture studio in the place, and it shows what the sculpture was supposed to look like. It was going to have Washington's almost his full upper body with his hand in his coat, and Lincoln, they never finished the side of his head. His ear is not exposed. but they just said it was good enough, close enough, so they just called it done. Pretty amazing. There's a side profile view of George Washington. Look at that. Isn't that amazing how they make the eyes look three-dimensional? Like, make it look like he's looking out. I just love the rocks here, the mountains, the way the land is. We're driving by bear country right now. Got them out there playing. Yeah, I think we've been spotted. Well, they quit. They were really wrestling hard over there and stopped right when I pulled the camera out. They call this Needles Highway because of all these formations. You see how the rock comes up? The original plan was to carve historical figures into these rock formations before they ever thought about doing Mount Rushmore. You see all these shapes right here would have been perfect, but I think they were worried that they would be unstable, and they were concerned, I think, about the roads here, and they ended up not doing it. They opted to do Mount Rushmore instead. That was a neat idea, though. All right, there's Needles Eye Tunnel. We're fixing to go through there. They call that the hole in the wall. You can really tell how big the rock formations are if you look pan back. That one's a lot smaller than a lot of them are around here. Jeremy, she's too old to run. Well, there she goes. That's one way to get a woman to run. Look at that deer. They're so used to people. A lot of them are. There's another one hiding in behind that pine tree over there. This also is at Pactola Lake. This is Veterans Point. They have a trail here. This is maintained, it says, by the military branch. I'll have to find that plaque in a second. Alright, I'm going to hike down there, and I think they have an old tree down here I was going to film. It's supposed to be one of the oldest ones in the Black Hills.
Come here. You wanted to start a fight. We're gonna fight. Hey, Ben, watch this. See this? You wanted to start a fight.
Oh, not on the ground.
Well, we made it to the tree, and it has died, apparently, a little while back. It was a very big tree. These are called Ponderosa Pines. You can see, put a little plaque on this tree. They call this the Veterans Tree. I think this sign was put in here in 1992. See, someone's put RIP on the top there. It's still very interesting. I'm going to show you the life. They took a core sample to see how old the tree was. See if y'all want to pause it and read this. So on their core sample, it said the tree dated back to 1765. And it goes through the history of everything that's happened since. There's two sides of it right here. That's amazing. I'm just wondering if they built the ground up here to put this walking trail in, or if it was like that, because it would definitely affect the water. And see, it's very built up. I'm just wondering if it affected its ability to get water. I don't know. Well, it's sad. Won't be standing here too much longer. Walking trail leaving the tree. We're going to go back down to the lake and then see what else we can find today. The weather really put a hamper on this trip, I can tell you, but we're making the best out of it. It's still very beautiful. There's a bridge here at the walking trail. And there's a picture of the dam. We're not really on the main part of the lake. Looks like the lake's down a little ways. You can see the line on the rocks where the water usually goes. Oh yeah, it's very beautiful. It's hard to believe there's leftovers of a town down there, isn't it? We're on a back road over to the Badlands. There's another Dances with Wolves scene there. I wanted to show you all this snow. Well, it's ice really. Everything's just covered in ice. As far as you can see. Well, I couldn't live out here. There was a farm we passed a minute ago. There's just nothing out here. And there's the prairie dogs right there. He's busy working. This hillside out over there, part of the stuff that was in Dances with Wolves when he was going from his journey to Fort Hays. We're on our way. I'm going to try to get closer to it and line it up with the actual movie shot. There's some buffalo out there. They're having to work to get that. Yeah, they're having to work because that's all covered in ice. Well, there's the peak I used to find it, right there. On his way to Fort Hays, you can see him on his horse, meeting Timmons on the wagon, and this shot's in the background. You can line up the all those little peaks and stuff with the movie. That's a prominent feature, those two dips right there. And then that over to the left, that peak. There it is. Glad I was able to find it. Could you imagine being a settler, making your way across Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and then all the plains of South Dakota, and getting out here and seeing this, you know, and then going into the Black Hills. Can't imagine what they thought, you know, some of the first people that saw the mountains over there and how beautiful it is. Brand new world. I kind of envy them a little bit. And, you know, I don't in some ways. I'm very thankful for the modern conveniences and everything that we have now, but just the excitement that some of them must have felt. 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, Jamie. You know what that means? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing to Jamie. That's what it means.
That means go 35.
No, it don't. It means go however fast you want to go. She's got a lead foot, everybody. That's the truth. Yeah, this is beautiful through here. This is the last day of the trip. We're actually on the way back to Nebraska now. Hopefully we'll find a few things to see on the way home. This is beautiful through here. Wow, that's tall.
Whoa, you are not about to turn around.
Yes, she is. That's what I'm saying, you guys. This is what she does. Crazy woman driver. Look at the color on the hills right here. It's just so beautiful. I wish it had been sunny like this when I was hiking in the Black Hills. You know? It's freezing cold, but you know, if we'd have had some sun, it would have been nice. Look at that. Oh yeah. We're coming out of the Badlands right now into a little town called Interior. You want to look it up, it's kind of on the south end of the Badlands. Well, there is 70 people living in Interior, South Dakota. There's their school, 1939. Wonder if it's still being used. Looks like it's kept up. Playground equipment here. Well, that swing is bowed. Look at that. Wow. And there's the sign. Let's see if we can read it. Here, let me roll this window down. Wow, that's neat. Welcome, traveler. Across the street is this old church. Not sure when it was built. Maybe it'll be on this sign up here. That's the old bell right there. Yep. And there's another little church right over there. Sitting over there in the weeds. Got an old car. Looks like a 50s model. We'll pull around there and see if we can see what it is. Well, there's the car from the front. Can't really tell what it is from here. My viewfinder on my camera is very small. It's really hard to read it sometimes. It's actually at this house right here, which is occupied. I thought that was pretty neat. Alright, let's head on down the road. You see how much it's snowing now. We're on the way back to the room. It's been a fun trip. We really enjoyed it. We didn't get to do everything that we wanted to do, but it was still fun. We're gonna have to make a trip back in warmer weather. But if you like this video, do me a favor and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.